What happens to all these new cars that never get sold? It's one of the most common questions I get asked on this channel because we constantly come across 2023s, even some 2022s still sitting on the lot. They've been sitting for years, sitting on the dealership lot, but first you have to realize whose problem it is. Is it the manufacturer or the dealership? Well, in some states, if the dealership goes out of business, the manufacturer will have to buy back inventory, but it's extremely rare, so most of the time it's all on the dealership. They're the ones who took the loan out to get the vehicles. The manufacturer's customer really is the dealership, and then the dealership sells the vehicle to the public. And so they accept the allocation from the manufacturer for the new vehicle, and then once it hits their lot, it's the dealership's problem. And normally they use something called a floor plan to finance the millions and millions of dollars worth of inventory sitting outside, because if you go past the dealership, it's going to be completely full. And you got to think, if you add it up, it's a lot of money sitting there, and they don't have it all in cash, so they actually have to finance it, and they're using that dealership floor plan. So they have 60 to 90 days, very low or no interest, and that's when they're trying to sell it as quick as possible. But after that, the interest starts ticking up, and the longer the vehicle sits there, the worse it is for the dealership. So the longer it sits, the more it costs the dealership just in interest charges. But what do these dealerships do in order to sell it? Well, dealerships have a few options that they can actually do with these unsold new cars. They can actually put it in their loaner car program. So loaner car slash service is what they can do. So they can use it as a service loaner, put some miles, and if they do put it in the service loaner program, the manufacturer actually sends them a check every month based on how much that vehicle was loaned out during the service program. So it will have additional miles, and they can sell it later with 5 to 10,000 miles, and they'll feel better about discounting it properly. Because that's the whole thing. People are like, why don't they just discount the car to sell the dang thing? Because at the end of the day, if they put the price at the right place, it would sell. And that's one of the options, is discount the car. Normally they'll start discounting it slowly, every month taking a few $1,000s off, and now I finally see 20, 30,000 off. Especially some 2023 Jeeps that are still sitting around. You're talking over $20,000 off. But a lot of the dealers that got stuck in this situation back in 2022 and 2023, they got the vehicle delivered to their dealer and they were doing over MSRP. So they could have sold it back then, but they were trying to get market adjustments. And if you know about the car market, 23 is when those market adjustments started to slow down because dealer lots started to fill back up. So people were like, no, I'm not going to pay it anymore. Because crazy enough, there was a time where people were paying over MSRP. And the most greedy dealerships are the ones that get stuck with the oldest inventory. Normally it's because they tried to do something like adding over MSRP. But what other options do dealerships have? Well, they can actually send it to a dealer-only auction. So every city has dealership auctions where you're not allowed to buy vehicles. You have to be a dealership through your state in order to buy a vehicle from that auction. And that's where it's wholesale. Vehicles tend to be below market value, and that's where they can sell a car quick. They run it through, every vehicle sells every time. The problem is the price. If it doesn't hit their mark where they want to be, they won't sell it. So the price is not going to be the best. That is where they're going to lose the most money sending it to auction, but it's the quickest, easiest way to sell this old inventory. But another dealership's going to buy it and know, hey, this is a 23, it hasn't sold, it's been sitting on the lot, so they're going to want that huge discount. That way when they put it on their lot, they can sell it. And if they do sell it at a dealer-only auction, it turns into a used car. Believe it or not, if the dealership originally keeps it on their lot, even if it's been sitting there for 3 to 2 years, it's still considered technically a new car because it hasn't been titled, so it's still new. Even though it's 3 years old, the warranty does not start until the first customer takes delivery. Lasfit is today's video sponsor, and Lasfit's a company that offers a lot of products, including their floor mats. And whether you're buying a new vehicle or keeping your old one, you want to protect it. And so Lasfit's floor mats are 3D scanned, so they fit perfectly in the vehicle. And since they are all-weather floor mats, they have raised edges, and they will definitely help for spills or anything like that. Because something always happens, and then also they're easy to clean. You take them out, spray them down, they're easy. It's just easy to put in, easy to take out, easy to clean all the way around. So whether you're keeping your current car or getting a new one, you want to go ahead and protect it with some Lasfit all-weather floor mats. And you can see that the Lasfit all-weather floor mat provides much more protection than a standard floor mat would, and they're so much easier to clean. And you can get 20% off your order if you use discount code TOM20, TOM20. The link is in the description. Check out Lasfit floor mats and get 20% off with TOM20. So you still get that 3-year or 5-year warranty, but it still ain't good because think about, vehicles are made to be driven. The time that they're sitting is not good. There is one other option. There's something called a spiff, which is just a bonus to a salesperson. And these spiffs are what they use a lot of times to get old inventory out. And they're honestly going to use that before they discount it, before they send it to auction or anything. Because in their mind, they have to incentivize the salespeople to show that car, and if they show it enough, they will sell it. Someone comes in for a truck, but they're showing you a whole different kind of vehicle because the salesman's like, oh, we got a good deal. It's been here for 900 days. It's the dealership special of the month, just because the salesman gets that extra spiff. And sometimes it works for him, but either sending it to auction, giving a salesman a spiff to prioritize selling it, actually discount the vehicle properly, those are a few things that they can do. And some very rare options would be like a dealership trade. Dealerships actually trade vehicles like a GMC to GMC, a Dodge Jeep and Ram to Dodge Jeep and Ram. They will actually trade vehicles across. And a lot of people use the same companies for floor planning, so it's real easy when it comes to the money side of things. But that's a rare option again, because why would the other dealership take the vehicle that's been sitting on your lot not selling? But a lot of dealers help each other out in the past, so they might do a favor for this dealer in the future. But either way, the vehicles are sitting on their lot and they don't have any other option but to send it to auction, offer a spiff, dealer trade, or just discount the vehicle properly. We have all these brand new cars that have been sitting for years on these dealer lots, and now you know a couple options they have. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day and stay blessed.